What's up, Fowler family? I have kind of an unsettling announcement, and I don't normally like to be messy, and I'm doing my best not to in this video. But for the sake of the safety of my reputation and possibly my well-being, I'm gonna release some evidence, some footage, some receipts, some text messages and voice notes from an individual who shall remain nameless because while we do have lots of disagreements, me and this individual, I wish nothing but the best for this individual in their career, their endeavors, music wise and otherwise. But I just want to put this out there to protect myself and my reputation as to my character and how I operate as a musician, as a collaborator, and how I operate as a human being. So, here you go. Okay, so it started off with some comment he made on one of my stories, like letting me know he could rent equipment whenever I reached out on my stories for just that. I replied, I didn't know you rented equipment. He said he can bring it. Cool. Sound guy, hang out. That's awesome. Asked him how much to rent it. He said he let me borrow it. He told me what he has, what his thoughts were for it anyway. I asked him the same setup he used at another event we did. Saying basically the same one he used for busking, but he admitted his was a bigger speaker. He was telling me more details. I was asking him, would he have an available option for a smaller speaker? By the way, feel free to pause any of this. That acts as a monitor or a second larger one for the audience. Basically, two speakers, one for the monitor and one for the audience. Because based on my experience of over 20 years performing between, small gigs here and there and being in a worship band and all that, my preference and what sounded really good the previous night with another buddy's equipment was a monitor facing me and a speaker out towards the crowd. That way I can kind of gauge where I need to change my sound based on what I hear coming back at me. Anyway, he was questioning that, you monitor in a small room? But yeah, I could. I showed him the size of the room, told him about the event, asked him for the rate, told him where it was. It's close to him. He told me his rate. Let's see. First Fridays. It's a lot of miscommunication. I just not on the same wavelength. Like what he was saying, it didn't compute to me a lot of times. Yeah, should be able to run at 6. Big speaker and mic, 1 to 2 mics. The PA has an output so we can connect 2 speakers. Turn one towards me and adjust volume. Cool. So one that can act as a monitor. Great. Cool. I was just reiterating with him. And yeah, anyway, I was sending him his money. And then making sure they have Bluetooth. And he was confirming again. They will be matching speakers, same brand, but one is smaller for monitor. That he was going to bring a monitor. A monitor speaker. And, describing everything. I told him that unfortunately I had an income stream that had some sort of error go on, and I didn't get income that I was expecting, and therefore was without groceries. And he graciously refunded me the deposit that I had sent him, which cool move. Great, seemed like a cool dude. Let's see here. Someone's got a setup. It's irrelevant. Oh, he was saying this is what he's going to bring. PA 1 speaker, monitor 1 speaker, mic and stand. Confirming what is that? The third, fourth time now he's confirming that what I had asked for he's going to bring. holding my. I don't know that any of this is relevant, but yeah, he's talking about upgrading equipment based on what he sees this time. Bit extra confusing. Talking about rent to own, all this kind of stuff, which was really cool. Again, cool move. What a bro. Like, great. And then, let's see here.
First is the worst. And I remember we would talk about this kind of stuff. You're a talker. Damn. These texts.
And he's calling me a talker just for clarifying over and over again whenever he's sending conflicting info. Let's see here.
I'm so sorry, bro. This is the first full-time, resident entertainer type gig that I've gotten. I want to make sure all my ducks are in a row and make sure the feathers on each of those ducks is trimmed perfectly.
I can be a goofball sometimes. But he responded back with a duck emoji and let's fly. That was pretty funny. I may be sassy sometimes, but there's options and smarter versus harder. Okay, cool. Okay, he sends more info. We send a meme back to each other. Says, here's a version of Friday's setup. Music stand, mic stand with the mic, and a PA speaker, right? He took it upon himself to go to the venue and begin questioning people who have nothing to do with booking artists about whether or not they have their own PA equipment and stuff. And
yeah, man, I don't know an easy way to have a monitor there because the plug-in is so far away. But with a Bluetooth mic, either with mine available or the venue's available, you'll be able to hear because you can go wherever it sounds the best, even if you're not on the stage exactly. But yeah, you should be able to hear,
Yeah, again, the issue was not whether I should be able to hear or not. It's I am able to hear better physically when there's a monitor facing towards me, and that's my preference. That's what I asked for. That's what I'm going to be paying for. Admittedly, I did have to do the whole humble pie thing and ask, like, hey, man, I'm not going to have groceries this week because something else fell through. And admittedly, he did the bro thing of refunding me that money. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I will be paying him. And I did pay him the night of the event, by the way, in full. And he's giving me all this pushback. Just wanted me to promo your spot. That's cool. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go back to my message here.
Sorry, just a little confused by something you said. If Bluetooth offstage monitor won't matter, sorry, I just don't get that phrasing for some reason. But yeah, we can try it without the monitor. What have you, see what works best. Yeah, it is a really cool spot, dude. I mean, it's right there in the Heights. It's
okay. Anyway, I just go on getting geeked out and excited about the event. But like he failed to like form complete sentences and just tossed words at a wall, and whatever stuck is what he texted sometimes. Like it made it incoherent a lot of times to work with him. But were you bragging that you got a spot there? I cheer for you. Like, when you dropped money, plus you sent money and refunded. Just confused. And I this is a 3-minute long message, so I'm not gonna go playing it. But I basically was just addressing like, hey, why did you go? And you know what? I'm just gonna play it.
Hey, bro, I'm not sure where any kind of miscommunication happened. I just was honestly confused, and this is totally on me, by just the way you phrased some of the things as to what they meant for the equipment. That's all. I was just asking for clarification on that. No, I never mentioned anything about you promoting the spot. But yeah, I do need sound equipment for the place because as far as they've told me, they don't have any. And I know you had mentioned that you said they did. And I hope we're talking about the same place. But no bragging involved. It's still pretty surreal to me, and I'm very grateful for it. So maybe that's what came across as bragging. I don't know.
Okay, so I guess the that's more of the same. I was just explaining myself. They have equipment, but he'll be on standby again. He talked to a bartender who had no clue what the hell they were talking about. Glad we were able to reach an understanding. Sorry for any miscommunication. Yeah, and this whole time, I was feigning, fealty, and like trying to be the bigger man, and like maybe the problem's on my end, like, and give him the benefit of the doubt, and apologizing for any miscommunication. Um, Even making a joke about my ex-wife saying I'm on a different wavelength than other people. And, he was, um, saying F bitches, fuck bitches. Uh, just got out of a breakup, which is understandable. I've had that same kind of mentality before. Not that it's right, but I've just identified with it. And he was, talking about the complexity of texting. And which I get it. Sometimes messages don't come through in texting. Bringing his setup, get close to their soundboard. He's over here talking about more of the same, like with the stage and the soundboard. Let me see what I said here.
Shouldn't be necessary, but I mean, with the sound effects and.
Oh yeah, I was telling him a soundboard wouldn't be necessary. He replied, talking about the event more. He gives me his number, which I'm gonna do that. He says again, going for an extra cord to have to connect the two speakers to try the monitor for sure! Exclamation point. And the mic stand. He's gonna bring it, 100%. If you don't have time to try the two speakers, it's cool. Thank you for everything you've done thus far. Like, even though he failed to bring the monitor, this was after he showed up with a microphone or no mic stand, even though he had said he'd bring a mic stand multiple times, and one big speaker with no extras. So even though he had said multiple times that there would be multiple speakers and that one could act as a monitor, he brought what he thought was best. I'm like, dude, that's not how this shit works, dude. I'm paying you to rent XYZ equipment, and I asked you before we ever even got into the realm of payment, or I booked you for sure or whatever, can you provide me with XYZ? He said yes, over and over again. We stepping up on stage. Like, yeah, see, he would say things like, this ain't no tasting room, referencing smaller gigs that we had done before. We stepping up on a stage. Right here, he starts to insert himself into things. We stepping up on stage. That's going to be important for later. Right here. Would you like me to help pass the time by doing songs together, or me taking over for 15 to 30 minutes? I'd rather, like, versus drinking, having fun without you, I'd rather be on stage with you. Again, I was trying to be the bigger man. I'm good, man. I appreciate it, though. I mean, I saw what he was trying to do, but I also didn't want to cause any ruckus. Didn't want to cause any drama. Also, could be too loud. Oh, he was talking about, like, maybe dialing down the sound. Like, maybe it was too loud. Maybe we could tweak some of the stuff.
Yeah, man, I hope you know that behind this is as much love and friendship as possible. I'm just so very confused, man. Like, what do you mean in art, the contrast will highlight you? I mean, I get the statement as it stands alone, but was it, with the emphasis on you, like, and is this related to something we were talking about or whatever? But, like, I don't know, man, something feels weird and off about some of the comments you're making sometimes, like, oh, you win, as if it's like a competition, or if I think it's a competition, just because I was very firm about how I wanted the gig that I got to go, man. And if that hurt your feelings or whatever, I'm sorry, that was not my intent. But and then, like, saying that's why you're the one with the paid regular gig or whatever. Like, dude, what's the need in tagging me in that, dude? Like, it feels like a falsely humble underhanded compliment, like meant to be like a jab, like a Trojan horse jab, in disguised as a compliment. Like, I don't know, man. Please help me understand. Yeah.
Okay. So again, he makes statements with like no context, and he has these like little Trojan horse jabs disguised as like a compliment. And I don't know. You won. He's been around 700 artists. You win karaoke. It's a legacy of all of us pushing towards a hat draw show open mic. Like, I don't know what the hell this dude's talking about. He's telling me I live in a bubble. He's communicating to a lot more people, higher up people, money people. Thank you, and I'm sorry for the jabs and feelings coming with trust, faith, and building. Thanks for letting me cook sometime with you. Like, he sent me a highlight that was pretty cool. I forgot what I said here, but I was basically just saying thank you for sending it. It was pretty cool. Reaffirms your place on the throne. Don't worry, kill Tony. Hella examples. We ain't walking away until we have millions. Like all this, like falsely, like hyping himself up, stuff like hyping us up. I posted a video where somebody said, "Man, why are there so many empty seats?" in a comment, and I was just responding to that comment, and he had to say something about it. And I was like, dude, you didn't even give me a chance to put as a qualifier on my stories, like that I was grateful for the people that did show up. But anyway, it's going to take a lot of trust. Again, I'm having to ask him, like, did he watch the whole video? Did he see how I ended it optimistically? Or did he just jump to a conclusion? New venue is going to grow. He said he kind of watched it, and he definitely sent the text after seeing the first 3 seconds. So, all right. So he commented one more thing, right? That was like another one of those underhanded jabs. I forgot what it was now. Like it was disguised as a compliment to try and feign appreciation or admiration or whatever. And I just said, bro, chill the fuck out on commenting shit. I had enough. I've been pretty patient up to this point and minced my words and been real gentle. I'm going to start being more frank. Where, I don't know why it's so hard. What did I say? He had literally, I mean, I had maybe just seen it or something. He commented something hours ago. Borrow my speakers, I don't mind. Don't pay me. I'll work on my hat draw show another day as well. Already planning another day. And apparently hat draw show is like where it's a bunch of artists get in a room and you draw names out of a hat and see who goes up. Anyway, we have a tiny deli. Record from my van in the woods. I'm excited, bro. He says all this random shit. Like, I comment on my own art more recently because I'm lonely. Plus, no one understands the small meanings. I've tried. It's only if you say flat out. Okay, and then this is where I let it rip. Admittedly, I was high and didn't give a fuck anymore because I'd been working with this dude and been frustrated for a solid week and a half. Here we go.
Yeah, man, please don't think for my audience, my followers, that they're going to assume that the place is empty, and therefore that means it's not worth coming to. Like, dude, if I can be 100% real with you, and if this causes our friendship and our working partnership to dissolve, then so be it. The more I've gotten to talk to you and get to know you, you kind of give off like a weird vibe, man. Like, you get randomly aggressive and possessive, and like the way that you say stuff is it's not as unintelligible. I'm not saying anything about your intelligence. Just like I said, it's given no thought to any sort of cohesion or any sort of solid receipt on part of the listener, and like you kind of push your way on people. Like I asked you for very specific things when we talked initially, and I know you did rectify it later with that monitor, but like I asked you for very specific stuff, and you
He rectified it later after the fact and bought a speaker that could function as a monitor after I had already addressed it with him. Like, hey, dude, what the hell? You didn't bring what I asked you to bring. Anyway,
confirmed that those things were going to be available, and that we would experiment and see what we have available.
as I showed multiple times throughout these texts, he confirmed over and over again that there were, at the very least, there were going to be 2 speakers that one could function as a monitor. And a couple times he said he would actually bring a smaller speaker that is an actual monitor.
But then you showed up with just the Harbinger and without a mic stand, and in reference to what you commented on my.
Well, I'll give him this. He did go back home and get the mic stand. So kudos to him for that, for rectifying that mistake.
Most recent video, because I'm seeing you typing it now, where you said, hey, don't let that negatively impact you guys. It wasn't empty. It was a full house. I have video. Like, bro, what the fuck? There's no need.
Yeah, he saw it as a dig at the venue or something like that me saying it happened to be empty that one time, all the while saying, hey, it's cool. No big deal, guys. It's a new venue. They've only been around 6 months. I'm a new act. I'm not expecting it to be a packed house right away, but I'm confident that it will be eventually. No thought to that. No thought to the holistic message of the video. He's over here saying, like, commenting on my video, hey, don't worry, guys, it was actually a packed house. I have video of it. Like, dude, don't think for people in my comment section that they're going to be scared away by me saying it wasn't packed one time. Like,
need to type any of that. And man, like whenever you were threatening to take your equipment away the other day, because I had begun to try to confront you about it, then you were like, oh, I could just take it back. Like, come on, man, that's not cool, and it's also unprofessional that you can't take a criticism based on you not honoring our agreement.
yeah, that was another thing. Like, in the moment of the event, I actually was like, so what happened, dude? What happened to the stuff we agreed on multiple times? He's like, oh, I could just take it back and you could have nothing. I was like, oh, Jesus. I'm dealing with a fucking control freak and psychopath and insecure, sensitive baby child. So I had to kind of eat crow there in the moment and just be gentle and nice and super polite and all that, because I mean, if he actually took the equipment back, I would have no gig. So regardless of the fact that he fucked up and he didn't honor his word and he thought he knew better, and anyway, keep going.
Yeah, man, I don't think this is gonna work out, dude. I admire your zeal for music and desire to be like open to everybody and like make it accessible like it should be. It's fucking art, right? I agree with that wholeheartedly, 100%. And at the same time, just I don't know, man. We haven't gotten on the same wavelength after repeated attempts, and I don't think that's very tenable for a working relationship. Tenable, sustainable. I'm not sure which word best fits there, but yeah, man. Sorry. Yeah, and the stuff where you were like you kept inserting yourself into situations, man. Like this is not the way up. This is not Old Humble Distilling. This is not like, hey, everybody, laissez-faire. Like we're just gonna fart around like play whatever we want, even if it sounds like shit. No, this is like a full-fledged show. So I mean, hopefully this doesn't like come across as anything hateful. It's just I've held my tongue for a lot of occasions over the last week and a half. But dude, I just don't think it's gonna work out, man. Nothing but love to you as an individual and all that. But yeah, man, I don't think it's gonna work out, bro.
So obviously he says gladly. I respond,
And honestly, dude, even if it was the same caliber show or same type of show or same setup, like that's kind of like rude to just immediately jump in there and start inserting yourself and kind of steamrolling your way into, a very, very new situation for someone else, like for me. Like, holy shit, I just got this gig and it's my gig and the suit's already trying to like, hey, let me get some spotlight. Let me get some showtime. I'm like, Jesus. But yeah, anyway, I wish you all the best, man. To be honest, and I think it's just all at the end of the day about us not being on the same wavelength and it just not clicking, man. I'm sorry, dude.
so yeah, I've spent the last year every week constantly on the verge of homelessness, just doing everything I can in my power, working 50 to 60 hours a week as an independent artist and as a content creator and as a streamer and working gigs where I could get them and busking and spending all that time filming, editing, posting, writing music, releasing music, promoting music, all that. And then I finally got this gig where I have a little bit of financial freedom and wiggle room. Not much, but a little bit. And I'm so thankful for it. And it's such a blessing, and it's still so surreal. And then this dude's making comments about, hey, let me get up on stage with you. And then I see him like schmoozing the management and all that, and he's like marketing himself, which like is cool. Like nobody's telling you can't do that. But coupled with the numerous comments he made to me about getting up on stage with me and like being a part of the show and stuff like that, I'm like, hey, this dude is trying to weasel his way into to my gig that I just got, my baby.
That old humble, the show is what you make it. If you wanted to sit around and fart, that's on you.
Which I don't know what the hell that was about, because I performed several 3-song sets and there was no farting around. But anyway.
Some of us invented candles. Some of us have bigger visions and bright lights. And I'm sorry for how, and obviously I totally get it, how it seems like. But yeah, if you're inviting somebody else, I'm gonna talk to other people. I was actually called over. I was actually invited over to a space and asked, what do you do? What is this? What's your thing? How do you know all this? So you just think I'm inserting myself and I'm trying to steal your spotlight.
So what the fuck is inventing candles? Some of us have bright lights. Some of us invented candles. All right, Mr. Wackadoo. Whatever you say, buddy. And yeah, like I said, nobody's saying you can't talk to anybody. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that based on the comments he's made to me, I can only imagine what he's trying to accomplish with talking to the bar manager and the team there and stuff like that. But again, that's an assumption based on information I have that could be possible. It could also not be possible. But anyway, let's keep going.
Really? Is it an insecurity about like your voice versus like my skills on an instrument? And here's the thing. I know what golfing feels like. I've golfed, and it's when you're not trying. It's the smoothest swing, and boom, the ball goes so far, so straight, and you'll fucking like almost never do it twice. The thing is, you're made for it. You can swing the golf club all day, and that's fucking beautiful. But 4 weeks from now, and it's the same golf swing. I mean, hey, look, people watch Tiger Woods for years. Fuck, so that's why, like, also, I don't know, but I'm just saying it. If it's 2 nights a week and the same thing, like at least the last hour of the second day, you're gonna want a hat draw. Like, it's whatever.
I get that they initiated the conversation, but that stuff combined with the 4 or 5 subtle hints in one evening, and air quotes around subtle, like, hey, when we get up on that stage, when they let us do our thing on the stage, like, dude, it wasn't just the one thing. Nobody's trying to say, I'm not trying to ban you. You're a fucking free will human being that can do what they want and market yourself when you want, how you want. And like I said, do what you want, obviously. But like, I don't know, just the etiquette of it seemed a little off to me. Like it rubbed me a little bit the wrong way. So no, as far as I can tell, it's not based on any insecurity of my voice versus your guitar or your instrument or the keyboard or whatever. Hadn't crossed my mind at all, dude. I just, like I said, you can chalk it up to, I don't know, me being scarcity mindset or whatever. And I get the golf metaphor and I appreciate it. And I do try to strike a balance because, I mean, at the end of the day, if you're so rigid and business minded, it's going to fucking stop the flow of art because you need to be in the free-flowing state, emotionally speaking, to let it, flow rightly through you. But like I said, man, if you treat it as a balance, it's going to be sorry, let me rephrase that. I've got to treat it as a balance thing, like between the two. And yeah, and nobody's excusing nobody's saying somebody isn't or is bright or anything like that, or trying to stop anybody from shining. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, if having a gig and you thought of me and it gave you the space to finally air how you feel about me, then I'm happy to hear your thoughts. I think you're a one-trick pony that's going to run out of gas. Have fun.
It wasn't me finally airing it out. I mean, I've known this dude for months, but only in little spurts and only as we were either on our way to a gig or at a gig, where it was a bunch of, like, an indie artist showcase or a hat draw, like he was calling it. It's just over the last week and a half where I had begun to work with him and interact with him more closely that I discovered these things and yeah.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, man, but that's why I'm also trying to keep it fresh. In the 5 days that I'm not there, I'm learning new songs. I'm practicing new songs on stream. I'm curating set lists, taking a long time to do so that it doesn't get stale. Like, I'm putting in all these behind the scenes hours to address the very thing that you just did. But I more so now than before, I can kind of see where you're coming from. Like the second day, last hour of the third set. I see where you're coming from with that.
Right now, we don't even have a bar, and I don't even trust the crew entirely. So it's all a pipe dream. I'll write it down. And I have been way too much online. I don't know why. My phone is really fucking entertaining right now. But it's gonna calm down, and it'll be a set, like, pattern of, like, post, show. Post, show. It'll settle down. I just posted a fucking album. I just made an album after a breakup, so I guess some slack. Give me a break.
Like, what the fuck? How was any of that relevant?
Hey, man, this wasn't really finally let you know how I feel about you. These things weren't, like, stirring since I met you.
So basically, I had just said that. So, I'll just keep letting these things play and then explain it if it needs it afterwards, because I'm finding that I'm repeating myself anyway.
It's okay. You can attack my professional ability. I treated you exactly how everybody treated me as well, and as just a sound guy, I get you were asking for a full monitor setup. It was like a fucking few days notice on a pinch with $50. Like, I have my Konski set up. This is not what I do. Like, you're asking for me to totally kind of shift a mindset, and I have also a fascinating fucking gig to all of a sudden be around people like, who are you? You know music? Do you fuck? So like, yeah, you're seeing an excited fucking young fucking kid fucking living a dream. Sorry, it's fucking exciting, and I've only brought my usual setup just to see if the place was even real, if we had a fucking actual gig, and then to actually bring all the important stuff and see what's really important. That's unprofessional. Driving back and forth, living within 10 minutes so that we can have everything we need. Yeah, I'm so unprofessional. Says like a year of consistent shows, never canceling, indoors, so that the shows always happen, that people rely on me so I can be there.
Like what? Okay. I mean, yeah, moving on.
Getting closer, you've been able to see how I work. I'm telling you, no, you haven't seen how I work. One, you don't even know what I do for work. So two, give me something worth showing up to, and I'll give you the world.
Well, this dude's fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. Like, it started as, oh, you rent equipment. Literally, that's where we started. And that from the jump, that's been all that this is about. This wasn't a resource for him to, make a big name for himself or anything like that, or for us to do a gig together, or for him to make his own decisions about what equipment he should bring. No, this was customer and business. Like, this was a client and not client and customer, client and vendor relationship. I hired him for a service and told him the parameters of that service from the jump. Anyway.
And I did give you the world. I got a monitor. I unlocked months and months and possibly a year worth of gigs. But, okay, you don't see my worth? You don't see my worth and what my equipment can do? I'll show you what my equipment can do with one speaker.
Okay, buddy.
Never about your worth, brother. Not attacking you or your personal abilities at all, man. Like I there were some decisions that I don't necessarily agree with, and I feel like had a negative and or at the very least weird effect on me and the atmosphere and our working relationship, but never said anything about your worth or your abilities or the quality of your equipment. I mean, I just mentioned the pieces that were not there that I had talked about with you previously. Not necessarily the quality of it. The quality is great. It's top notch. But yeah, later, man. Like I said, I absolutely mean this when I say it. I wish you the best in success, nothing but success in your pursuit of the Konski's vision, man. It's not the right wavelength for me at the time, dude. Sorry, bro. You can find that
And so he laughed at it, like...
laughable if you want, but I've found that as an adult, it's entirely possible to disagree with someone's methods while still finding value in them as a human being, and holding no animosity towards them, which I don't. I don't hold any animosity towards you. We have a disagreement about a many number of things and how to go about things. So it's just, that's all it is, man. But yeah, you can find it laughable if you want to.
You're choosing to set rules, and then you're deciding that it's fun that since I broke the rules, you get to talk to me like this and say that I'm not doing it well enough. So, fuck you. I do plenty of beautiful things. You don't get to set the rules and then judge me as a bad person. Bye. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, what the hell? Right? Like, what? What? I mean, nobody's saying anything about setting rules for your life, but I mean, in a basic, vendor-client interaction, yeah. If a client asks you, do you have XYZ? You say yes. You're expected to bring XYZ for the event. Like, yeah. So those rules are pretty much universal. There were no rules that I was setting, per se.
I see how you spend money. You spend money so you can talk down to people and make them fucking work for you. Fuck you.
Again, I was never demeaning to him at all. We were broing it up, talking before and after the sets and stuff. Like, I don't know what the hell.
Working close to you has also showed a lot.
Oh, what a jab.
You, anyways, I don't really care that much, so go ahead. Bye.
Doesn't care that much, but he is unloading a lot of crap on me.
I'm just telling you how this shit made me feel, dude. And I'm. You live however the fuck you want, dude. Nobody's judging you for it. I'm just saying, this is how I felt in the middle of it. And that is not my cup of tea to move forward. And, dude, nobody thinks, bro, I barely had that $50, man. like, and nobody thinks anybody's better than anybody over here based on the fact that I hired you for a service, man. Like, that means shit all in the grand scheme of things, dude. I will say a gracious not fuck you. I wish you all the best. And I hope that you succeed in everything that you put your hand to. And I look forward to, hearing about your successes on IG stories or what have you. So, I mean, later, I guess.
I'm going to pause it right here. He says, still finding little demon notes. Basically, his girlfriend was accusing him of, assault while they still lived together. But apparently he's saying it's unsubstantiated because why would they let her live with him still? Anyway, I don't know. One way or the other, I'm going to fast forward through this part. But anyway. Okay, now we're back here at the voice notes.
So professional way to be in contact with my ex, who's been evicted for a month now, who's still coming back to my place, taking things that she claimed. You know what, Fowler? Like, what is this, bro?
He's talking about how when we were chilling before a set, I brought up to him like, hey, dude, your ex messaged me wanting to vent about some stuff. And I was like, hey, is it about someone we both know? Knowing that she was going to try to vent to me about him. She's like, yeah. And I was like, no, I'm not comfortable doing that. So let's just stop before it starts. I'm not going to be your ear to vent about your ex-boyfriend. And I used that as a segue to ask him, like, how you doing, bro? Like, because breakups are tough. I was just asking him how he's doing being a bro, sincerely concerned about his well-being after a breakup, and just letting him know that I had his back, that it was, in fact, bros before hoes. Sorry for the demeaning terminology, but bros before hoes, Anyway.
So professional.
Oh, I already played that one.
He's sleeping with her? Like, why did you even bring it up? Why is she texting you? Why are you picking on me? Why did you come into my life? You needed somebody. I just responded to an ad. Like,
this is where shit starts to get really, really wild. He's accusing me of sleeping with her? Like, what the hell? I have only been with one person only my entire life. My ex-wife. Just so it's out there for the universe. So weird.
He's lying about that note, by the way. That's not true. It's not true. It's not true.
Okay. He's showing his house. Before she got there, apparently she fucked it all up. Anyway.
So go ahead and tell me who took who from what and who ruined whose life for what. I offered a place to stay for a few months. Damn, man.
He's ranting about his girlfriend in the middle of all this, our discussion about business interactions.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Like, there's no reason to do this. Like, why are you fucking acting like this? Damn, bro. Yeah, man, it just goes to show you, like, you're in a fucking bubble. Go ahead and say whatever you fucking want, but you got 5 cameras facing at you. I've been in the community. I've been socializing. I've been talking to everybody in person. You think I act weird? I think you have your own gay, homophobic oddities, and you portray them onto me because I'm a cute, attractive, fucking tall, in shape guy. I think you have some weird, deep issues that are really fucked up, and you try to portray them, and you're trying to, like, get in touch with my ex, like, to fuck with me. Like, damn, dude. I thought it was like bros before hoes, but like, you're a fucking bitch. You fucking suck, dude. Go to your cameras, go your little Survivor Man style with all your little gadgets. Good fucking luck. I'm not jealous of your lifestyle, of your goals, of your dreams. It's self-centered, it's weak, it's begging, it's shit. Like, have a fucking wonderful life and go ahead. Look, I tell people to fuck off all the time. It's Konskis, bro. I break open doors, man. I open fucking barriers. So don't fucking think that you can fucking walk all over me and try to threaten me and say shit about my personal life, bro. My personal life. And you were trying to be like, you're unprofessional and you're making multiple trips. Shut up. Fowler, you suck. You're foul. You're a fucking foul piece of shit. So have a nice fucking life while I make friends with all the cool people at the fucking bar. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you.
Okay. He's continuing to gripe about his ex, saying "fuck y'all," like looping me in with her. Like, what the hell?
I knew when you brought her up, that's when I knew you've been touched by the demon, dude. You fucking are. Oh, dude, have a nice fucking life. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. And you wonder why people get annoyed with Dolly. Hey, look, everybody knows. I'm just the fool that also fell for it. Like, she's 30. Like, I'm not the first guy that she's fucking ruined lives for. So, bro, have a nice life. Nice knowing you. Thanks for showing your true colors. The truth comes out, bro. On God.
Yep, it sure does. If you keep acting like a psycho and an asshole and not living up to your word and like being really weird about wedging your way into situations that etiquette says you're not supposed to, yeah, the truth is going to come out.
You realize if someone has an assault charge against them or a case or an investigation, like, you're in jail. Like, they wouldn't let you stay here. They let her stay here for months, and then I had to evict them because it was such a nice place to be. Bro, get the fuck out of my head. Get out of my life. I'm sorry I ever gave you an opening to enter a larger idea, a bigger picture. Bro, you want to tear it down to fucking little chicks and little fucking scrabbly lives? Fuck y'all and your little scrabbly nibbling off of scraps, bro. I'm thinking way bigger. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, like some of that was coherent. The other half was like the ramblings of an insane man. Anyway, I was trying to bridge things. Like, he was randomly showing me pictures of a bunch of cables. I'm like, yeah, looks complex AF. Shit, you know better than me on that, 100%.
Either listen to them. No, the computer wires, that shit's fucked. I don't know. I have to figure that out. That's gonna be a fun. But listen to this one. If you fucking ignore the others, just, it's all fucking bullshit. What police would let them stay here an extra month if they thought? Is there anything online that she's posting?
Nope.
And honestly, I don't even care. I wouldn't even give it the time of day, honestly. Maybe I don't even care. That's what she wants. Like, that's so fucked up. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's not true. It's not true.
This dude is vacillating back and forth between being angry about his ex, being angry at me, making random photos about a bunch of wires crossing, and I don't know, dude. I'm not sure, dude. Me and your ex have nothing to do with each other, and we really don't. Like, the only conversations and I address this later, but the only conversations I've really ever had with her have been with him present. The only exception to that is if we both went out for a smoke break while people were performing at another venue that we had. And that was like 5 minutes, like out in public. So he's off his rocker. I highly recommend ignoring. She casts spells. Sorry, trying to clean my place. Finding bullshit notes like that, it fucks with you. Yeah, it would fuck with me too, dude. I get it. But I still put out an album. She couldn't stop me. Sorry, fell asleep trying to catch up. Give me a second. Only brought her up as a segue into seeing how you were doing, by the way. As a friend, just genuinely checking in on you to see how you were mentally and emotionally. Fine. Cool. Sounds like he's listening to reason. You're conflating the issues, this is me talking again, with your ex and our whole thing. Nobody's threatening you. I never once said anything about your personal life in a negative context. I was checking on you about your recent breakup. Only time I've mentioned your personal life. I've barely had 2 convos with... Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I just said. Nobody's been touched by the demon over here, broski. Like that show Touched by an Angel, but the reverse. Oh shit, she wrote about that? Trying to lie about you, dude? Nobody's in your head or your life. I don't know what a scrabbly life is. He was saying some nonsense, bro. Like, literally does not make sense to a person who speaks English. I'm not doing shit to deserve all this animosity, man. Just saying we have disagreements that I don't think are reconcilable in a business partnership, and I'd rather not continue that partnership. He says bye. And I'm trying to address all his stuff. Doesn't make sense if you really had an assault. Okay, cool. I was agreeing with him on the assault charge thing. I have seen absolutely 0 of her posts as far as I can recall. Maybe the band's stuff whenever I first met y'all. Like, because she had a band or whatever. I was, like, wanting to check it out. But no, I don't keep up with her, so I don't know what she is or isn't posting. Wish you the best, man, for real. I don't care. Good night. Thanks for stringing me along, I'm assuming is what he mistyped. Making me spend $250 on a week notice, then call me unprofessional. Fuck off. It is for the better. I trust God to close doors. And here I am saying, I confirmed what equipment I needed multiple times, and you said you'd bring exactly that, plus some options. Nobody made you spend any money. If you were misleading about what you would or would not be bringing, and then later felt compelled to live up to your word, and that involves spending money, that's on you. True. Okay, so it seems like he sees reason. Not too sure how. Okay.
But I'm pretty sure we also said, like, week 1, let's start small, let's just see. But you're the one that can't.
That's what he said. So he did say that, but he also confirmed 4 or 5 times that he would be bringing XYZ that I needed. So it's like, he did say that, but he told me multiple conflicting things. So anyway, but he confirmed more than he said that. He confirmed about 4 or 5 times that there'd be a second speaker that could possibly function as a monitor, if not an actual monitor speaker. And there was like one time where he said, I'll bring small stuff, and then maybe based on what the event looks like, bring bigger guns later, bigger equipment later.
Can't sing unless they have their delicate, precious monitor facing exactly at them.
Well, let me rewind this.
In the right way. But I'm pretty sure we also said, like, week 1, let's start small, let's just see. But you're the one that can't sing unless they have their delicate, precious monitor facing exactly at them in the right way. When literally I can slap a keyboard on my lap, I could be in the van, I could be on a train, I could be on a boat, I could be with a guitar, I could be anywhere and make things happen. So, yeah, if you want to hold me against that, misleading about and compelled, yeah, man, this is why we're not working together, because you have 0 accountability, 0 understanding. You just think you can order people around and make a request and think that that's the best. You have no sense of like teamwork and we're in this together and what could we do to make things coolest and sound the best, and what is that even? You didn't even ask how the speaker worked. You didn't even care to understand what was happening. You just wanted me to do the shit. Just, yeah, work for me. Oh, yes, over there, sir. Go do the speaker. Tap, tap. Fuck you. Oh, fuck you, dude.
Don't even. Why are you still texting me? It's like you still need my equipment. Go talk to your other fucking guy, bro. I'm so done. It's 2 a.m. I'm so done with this sassy fucking bullshit of reasons of why I'm such a shit sound person. Bitch, I don't even do sound. I don't care, bro. I make music.
Meanwhile, he advertises about sound production and all that on his profile. Anyway, nobody ever treated him. I never treated him poorly. Like, oh, go do this for me, sir. Like, no, there was none of that, dude. We broed out before and after the set, man. Like, I never treated him like that. But also, if I'm asking you, do you have this, and you confirm, 4 and 5 times, yes, I have this. Yes, I'll be bringing it. I expect you to bring that stuff. I mean, is that crazy? Am I the asshole here? Like, what? Anyway, dude, as far as I'm concerned, this is beyond hashed out. I'm sorry this is all coinciding with a crazy bitch fucking with your shit and lying about you. I hate that. Wouldn't wish that on anybody. Let's just agree to be like Alfred. This is showing my nerd side here. Let's just agree to be like Alfred and Bruce Wayne in that Italian cafe at the end of Dark Knight Returns and smile about each other's successes and well-being from a distance with some mutual decency and respect. You got about 3 seconds till I block you. And this is in reference to him saying, oh, I can't sing without my precious monitor. It's a preference, man. Not that I, quote, can't. He's over here trying to say he's more proficient than me because he can make it happen on a boat or a train or a bus or whatever. I knew exactly what I wanted when I asked you for it. I had done my research and, yes, hired you for XYZ service, entailing specific requests based on my own performing experience over the last 20 plus years and my research. You're the one adding some level of being demeaning to it. I never treated you that way, as if you were subpar or beneath me. And then I was hoping it wouldn't come to anyone needing to be blocked because he said, you got about 3 seconds till I block you. And I just went ahead and preemptively blocked him first, man. And yeah, this was some wild, crazy shit.